Good day. Welcome to another episode of Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ is Lord. And let's not waste no more time. Let's get right to it. So the 1979 draft really determined the future of two teams, okay? So before the 79 draft, there was a coin flip that took place between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Chicago Bulls, the two teams that would meet up in the 1991 NBA Finals, okay? And so the Bulls did a fan poll asking fans in the city whether to go heads or tails. And the Bulls said tails, okay? And the coin flip was the right to draft none other than Magic, okay? So, scratch that. The Bulls fans did hit a poll asking heads or tails, and Bulls fans said heads, and the coin flip came out tails, okay? So the Lakers got Magic, the Bulls got David Greenwood. So injuries, coaching changes led to a dismal 31-51 season for the Chicago Bulls, okay? Kareem was actually considering retirement because things were going well in LA. They were still making the playoffs, but they were losing in the playoffs every year. So Bill Sharman was a representative with the Lakers. And people in New York were asking Bill Sharman who wanted to call it. I immediately said we had this fan vote, and Bill, if it's okay with you, let me call it. Bill said fine, so I called heads, and it came out tails. That was from Rod Thorne. That statement I just read was from Rod Thorne, okay? The guy who eventually drafted the GOAT. I just mentioned that Kareem was considering retirement, just like Robert Parrish. I made a video a few videos ago about how Robert Parrish was considering retirement, because things were going well in Golden State for him. Kareem was considering retirement. Magic changed. Then Magic came in. Then Kareem went on to play for another 11 years. Parrish went to Boston with Larry Bird the next year, and went on to play well into the 1990s. So, yeah. And actually, Magic Johnson wasn't even thrilled about going to the Lakers, believe it or not. Okay. He wasn't thrilled with going to the Los Angeles Lakers. He wanted to go to Chicago, which was closer to his hometown of Lansing, Michigan. And he also told Dr. Buss that he had no intention of staying with the Lakers long term, and he wanted to sign with the Pistons as soon as possible. Okay. And so I bet Magic is glad that never happened. I bet Magic is glad that never happened. And I bet Detroit is scratching their head like, I wonder if we would have had Isaiah and Magic together. But yeah, if Magic had went to the Bulls, just thinking about the team they would have had. You would have had Magic at the point, Artis Gilmore, Reggie Theus, and you will also had Coach Sloan too, Coach Jerry Sloan. Yes, that Jerry Sloan who coached the Utah Jazz. But didn't happen, and so Lakers ended up winning a title. I believe the Bulls had another losing season before turning it around in 1981 and going 45-37. But not landing Magic Johnson was kind of a blessing in disguise for the Chicago Bulls, okay? It wouldn't pay off in 1980 or 81 or 82 or 83 or 1984. It was after the 1984 season that it paid off, okay? It was after the 1984 season it paid off when they drafted Michael third overall. And as I mentioned in the beginning, he was drafted by Rod Thorne, the same Rod Thorne who called heads, and it came out tails. So we all know what would have happened if Magic had went into Chicago. There would be no Jordan in Chicago. Likely would have been no Jordan in Chicago. I mentioned that Magic said he told Dr. Buss, rest in peace, that he had no intentions of staying with the Lakers long term. I'm pretty sure Magic is glad that never happened. Okay, and Magic had no intentions of staying with the Lakers. Okay, well, Isaiah Thomas tried the exact same tactic. Okay, in the 1981 draft. Okay, so Dallas was picking one. New Jersey was picking two, and Detroit was picking three. And the reporter asked Isaiah Thomas, because everybody knew that Mark Aguirre was going to win one, okay? And the reporter asked Isaiah Thomas on TV. He said, Dallas 1, New Jersey 2, or 3. Where do you want to go, New Jersey or Detroit? Isaiah Thomas, with that smile, said, it don't matter to me. I'll play anywhere. But Isaiah Thomas was trying to drop in the draft, okay? Because he wanted to play for his hometown, Chicago Bulls, okay? And Isaiah Thomas says this. He didn't want to go to Detroit. He wanted to go to the Chicago Bulls. So he was doing everything he could to drop in the draft, okay? I mean, this is straight from Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas said, I was trying to drop in the draft so I could go to Chicago. And Isaiah Thomas said, every question that Jack McCloskey asked me, rest in peace, the former Pistons GM, Jack McCloskey asked me, he said, every question Jack McCloskey asked me, I intentionally answered it wrong, okay? Okay? So, usually when you answer questions wrong, that's a bad look, okay? At the NFL scouting combine or NBA pre-draft meetings, okay? It's a bad look. But in this case, it backfired, okay? In this case, it backfired because Jack McCloskey stopped him and said, listen, I don't care what you do in this interview. If you're there at number 2, we are taking you. And the rest is history. Okay? Yeah, so, just think about the features of 3 teams that were changed within a 5-6 year period. The Bulls, Pistons, and Lakers. And I think it largely came off that coin flip in 1979, okay? So, all right, that's it. And that's all for Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am out of here. May God bless you all. Peace out. See y'all on the next one.